Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy, DJ Gamer. We are on the I Am DJ Gamer podcast. It is Saturday. It is lovely. And today I got a special guest with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody, please.
Hello, world. Hello, Eric and I am DJ Gamer podcast. I am Clevergirl237, as formerly known on Twitch, but y'all can call me Stephanie. That's my real name. But happy to be here. This is like literally my very first podcast I've ever been on, so I'm so
There we
grateful
go.
that you invited me. I'm happy to talk about gaming and all of that good stuff. So thank you so
Oh,
much.
yeah. Much. No, don't even worry about it. Because the funny thing with this is that I don't know how I came across your page, but you were playing Mario RPG.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, she's a gamer. She knows, like, because not too many people, that's like a game that kind of is forgetting kind of a little bit because there's just so many awesome Mario games, but
I
that one is
know.
dear to my heart. So when I saw you playing that and I saw your page, I said, oh, yeah, she's a gamer. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a huge Nintendo fan, as you can see. I had to wear my Nintendo hoodie to commemorate this event.
Nice, nice.
But
So,
yeah, I was playing Mario RPG the other day. It was the 25th anniversary, so I figured I had to play a little bit of it because I started streaming it a while back, but then the 25th anniversary rolled around. I was like, why not? It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I agree with you. Like, I feel like it's kind of becoming this obsolete, like little obscure game, but a lot of
yes,
people seem to love it still, which I was really surprised about when I started streaming it. So that was a very pleasant
you
surprise.
have no
Yeah.
idea how badly we are waiting for a remake of Mario
Yes.
RPG. It's just
Yes.
like just do that. Oh my God. Take my money. I'm
Take it
buying it.
all.
Take
Take
it
my
all.
wallet, Nintendo.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I would love to see a Mario RPG with like updated graphics, with like
Mhm.
maybe a little bit harder of a game because I played it again. Like I first got it when I was a child. Now that I'm an adult, I feel like it's much easier than it was back then. So maybe if they could make it a little bit harder, that'd be awesome. But I would die for an updated Mario RPG. That's amazing. You should send that idea into Nintendo.
Exactly. Right now, Nintendo, you heard her. Just make it a little bit more difficult. We up the graphics, make it a little difficult, and we're good to go.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so take me back to where it all started. Like where did all this begin? Like your very first experience playing a video game.
Oh man. Okay. So I actually, when you asked me this question the other day, or I was thinking about it because you were talking about how we were going to talk about my roots and all that good stuff, I had text messaged my brother because my brother, me and him are really, really close. He's only like 20 months younger than me. So we've grown
Hmm.
up like, we're basically twins, and he's a huge Nintendo fanboy too. So I asked him, hey, do you remember what our first console was? Was it, Super NES, or was it just regular Nintendo Entertainment System? And he said we had both at the same time. So I remember my very, very, very first gaming experience, like cognizant as like a human being, was playing Super Mario World with him, and that was like. Oh, that game makes me so nostalgic, and it's probably in my top 10 favorite games of all time. We would play that game to death, like, and so that was definitely my very first like memory of playing a video game. But we also at the same time had a regular Nintendo system, so we were playing the regular very first Super Mario Brothers as well, like simultaneously. And we would play those two games like to death, like morning. We woke up in the morning, went to bed playing it. Like, it was crazy. Like, so I've been playing video games since I was in diapers, pretty much. Like, it, yeah, my whole life.
Nice. See, there you go. And
Yeah.
what a better way to start, with Super Mario World. I mean, as far as anything, that's that game right there in itself, like just Yoshi, we got introduced to
Oh.
Yoshi, and
Mm-hmm.
all that, and just again, Mario is always like, if I didn't notice this because it just I don't know how it just passed me, but every Nintendo console always starts off with a Mario game.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so that's how
Yes.
important Mario is. So it always starts off any, like, Game Boy release,
Mm-hmm.
console, big console for the home. They start off with a Mario game. So there you go.
Exactly. He's iconic. He's like integral to Nintendo. I just saw on Instagram when I was scrolling this morning that the Nintendo World Japan just opened like a couple
Oh
days ago.
my
Oh,
God. My
oh,
God.
I want to visit so
Man,
bad. It's hurting me inside.
yes. Oh my goodness. Funny thing you say that. Me and my son have been are dying to go to Tokyo. Period. But
Aw.
so now, but I didn't know that existed until we started. I said,
No.
Mario World. Okay, let me see this. What is this? And the things you can do there, and then like
Mm.
the food is it's all Mario. It's all like it's just oh God.
It's all Mario. I know, man.
Yes.
Like I was crying. Like I watched a video of some of the rides and stuff, and just my heart was like, oh,
Oh,
it's breaking.
yes.
Please bring
Yes.
this to
I said, how come
America.
we don't have that here? I was like, come on.
Yeah, right.
But I
Exactly.
can see why they would have it dear to their hearts over there because as you know, that's where everything originated from.
Exactly,
So
exactly. It wasn't not too long ago that I was watching some like video game documentaries on, I think it was Amazon Prime, but it was about like the origin of Nintendo and Sega and all these video game companies, and they were talking about how Nintendo started out as a trading or a greeting card company, like in like the late 1800s, I think it was. I'm like, dang, I didn't know
wow.
Nintendo like had roots like that far back. That's crazy. Yeah, and then it evolved into this what it is today, and I'm just like, wow, that's so insane to me that they were just like this humble little card company, and now it's this iconic
It's
like,
iconic.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
It's just
exactly.
so many characters Nintendo's ever, given us. So it amazes me that like I'm saying, like greeting cards to what it is now was like
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, exactly,
so,
exactly.
so okay, so nice. So obviously I'm presuming you played that Super Nintendo pretty heavily. So what were all the other games that come to your mind as far as like your favorites and stuff like that?
Oh man, like I can tell you right off the bat, some of my other favorite Super Nintendo games were the Donkey Kong Country series. Oh my god. I love them. I remember the night that me and my brother got Donkey Kong Country 1, and we oh man, we played the crap out of that game. And
God.
the same with the other two that came out. They were all great. Like the music was wonderful. I think it was the very first time I saw on Super NES, like the graphics looked 3D, but it wasn't
Hmm.
3D. Rare did a really good job at the graphics and things like that. But definitely the Donkey Kong Country games, like the music. Oh my, I can't stop talking about how great the soundtrack to those games were.
Yes.
Besides from Donkey Kong Country, I really loved Yoshi's Island. Oh, that game is also
Yes.
another Mario, but it's like super, super near and dear to my heart.
Yoshi
Um,
Island.
yeah, Yoshi's Island was so much fun. That's another game where it's like I feel like it gets a little bit underrated. I don't
It
know.
does.
Yeah, I feel like people don't appreciate that game very very well. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
and that's maybe because I'm saying there's just so many good Mario games, so it's kind of hard to put them in, in order. But yeah, Yoshi's Island, and then oh my God, Yoshi's Island, then yeah, Donkey Kong Country. Just
Yeah.
you hit the nail right on point when you said the music, because
Mhm.
then I didn't think about it as I do now. Like now it's just like, you observe more. Then,
Mhm.
it was playing, but the soundtrack to that just
Yeah.
entire game is just in the water. In the water is just like
Yes.
calm, like soothing. I don't know. It's just and you're playing a game. You're playing a game. So
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
so imagine just like all that all that work that got put into that game, and it was on a cartridge, so they
I know.
masterpiece, like because it's just story, music, and it just like the graphics at the time is, oh my God, it's like mm,
Yeah. It's it's crazy what they fit into like one little cartridge back in the day. And I know exactly what you're talking about, that underwater music. Oh my gosh. It made
yes.
me appreciate video game music like so much more. Um and like I just fell in love. That water level music is so good. I put it on sometimes. It's funny you mention
See.
that because I put it on sometimes to relax or like do homework or whatever, and I'm like,
I'm
oh,
telling
just
you, see?
vibing.
Everybody, if you don't know, go YouTube right now, Donkey Kong Country theme music and water level. Go to the
Yes.
water level. If you just want to chill and relax, boom, put that on.
Boom.
You'll
Yes.
see.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely amazing.
oh man, now you got me thinking. I can't believe I didn't mention this one, but oh my, Link to the Past. That
Oh,
was
you
one
are
of
the
yeah, I
best.
know. that was the other game
Oh my
beside from
God.
Super Mario World that I remember playing, like one of the very first ones. So it was probably Super Mario World and Link to the Past, like ooh,
God.
that reminds me of my whole childhood. Like me and my brother like played that game so
Oh my
much,
God.
and
It's
yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic.
yes, Zelda.
Yeah,
That to this day, I know other Zelda games are amazing, great, but that still is like the top first for me. It's like that's number one.
yeah.
Link to the Past, and I'm still pissed that I still have not beaten that game.
No way.
No, no. Like the good thing now is that we got the mini and it's on there, so
Yeah.
like I'm gonna beat that game
You should, man.
because
It when
it's
I
my
It's
goodness.
hard. Like it's a
Yes.
hard game. I when I first started out on Twitch a couple years ago, that was the first game that I chose to stream. And I was like, "Oh, I'll have so much fun like revisiting my childhood." No.
No, it's
I
hard.
almost
It's
rage
hard.
quit like so many times. So I feel you. I feel you.
And then like because I replayed it, but I remember as a kid I said I don't remember this being this hard, this difficult.
Yes.
But it
Yes.
is. But it's a great game. It's just, oh my goodness, that
It's
too.
so good.
Zelda,
Yeah.
my goodness. Yes.
Yeah, that definitely started out like a lifelong Zelda love for me for sure at such a young age. Oh man. But yeah, I feel you. Like it's so much harder than I thought it would be.
Yes.
It took me like 14 different streams just to beat it, which is like ridiculous cuz I see people speed run it sometimes and I'm like, "How do you do that?" Like
How?
I just die like
That is
so
look. Some
much.
people say, I to me, I said that is a talent. People who speed run through these certain games, I'm like, how?
Yeah, how? Exactly. How? I'll never know. I'll
I'm just
never
like, you
know.
know what? I'm not even gonna stress on trying to do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not.
Yeah, no. No
No,
way.
I know.
No.
I'm not gonna
Uh-uh.
stress about that and try to do that.
I've never tried to speedrun anything because I feel
No,
like I'm like
uh-uh.
not that
No,
level. Like
no.
I'll watch other people do it, but I'm like, no,
I'll
no,
watch
thank
from the
you.
sidelines. No, thank you. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna attempt that. No.
exactly, exactly. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. No.
Okay, okay. So obviously from the Super Nintendo, you evolved. So after that, what was it for you?
Oh my god, my favorite console of all time. I'm so happy to get to talk about this. Definitely Nintendo 64.
Ooh, I knew you were going there. I said, "There's no way she's gonna skip the 64." I'm like, she got the hoodie. She's all about Nintendo. I said, "There's just no way she's gonna skip Nintendo 64."
Heck no. But you know what? I think I lied because the console that we got after the Super NES was not Nintendo 64. It was the Sega Genesis. So I think I'm gonna back it up for a minute.
I mean, to
'Cause-
be fair, I mean, that's good because I mean, there was no way you were gonna ignore Sega. There's just no
yeah.
way. No way.
Exactly. I may be like a Nintendo like super fan girl, but like no way you can ignore Sega. Sega was also iconic. Like I wish people who haven't watched like the documentaries about how Nintendo and Sega came to be would watch them because it's hilarious how
Yes.
bad they were fighting with each other back in the day,
Hmm.
like Sonic versus Mario all the way. But yeah, we had a Genesis, and obviously Sonic was a huge part of my life actually.
Oh,
Like we were into the cartoon. Like me and my brother used to run around the house pretending we were Sonic and Tails. And we had like the Sonic pinball and like everything Sonic. So I would have to say before we get to the glory of the Nintendo 64, it was definitely the Sega Genesis for us too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I tell this to a lot of people. I said, don't be fooled. I said, Sonic gave Mario a run for its money. I said, if Sega would have managed better, Sonic would have been that like competition.
Yeah.
Like to right now, I said I believe that like Sonic was a major character that literally gave Nintendo like, oh snap, they got something over there.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot believe how intense like they fought back in the day, Sega and Nintendo and Sonic. You're totally right. There is like a very fine line on that competition. Like Sonic could have been the man. Now he could have been
Yes.
everywhere like Mario is. You're totally correct. Like, people don't understand how close of a race it was back in the day,
Oh
but
yeah.
Nintendo found a way to outbeat him, I guess. But Sonic is still iconic. Like, he's still iconic. I love Sonic.
Yeah, regardless of what happened to Sega, Sonic is just still in our hearts because that just goes to show you, like the movie we had recently, it's just like he's still loved. Like Sonic is still loved. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
okay,
haven't seen the movie, but
good.
I've been told, my brother's like, you need to watch it, so I'll watch
Yes,
it
definitely watch
eventually.
that. Is like
Yeah,
at first I was like, okay, I'm not going in saying it's gonna be good, and I was like, no, this is good. And I'm
it
like,
was
yeah,
good.
yes, yes,
That's
they did
good to
a
hear.
really good job with that. So go watch. I recommend you go watch that, and it's like, yeah, it feels good because it just automatically you're gonna be drawn back to like, oh my god, I remember
Aw,
playing this. I remember playing
yeah.
this. I remember I lost my mind when I was able to charge and then take off
Yes,
like Sonic 2,
yes.
Sonic 2.
Heck yeah, yeah. I loved being able to like play. I think that was one of the very first times, aside from like Super Mario Bros., where I remember you could like tag each other in and
Yes.
play as Tails and like hold Sonic and like oh man, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Sega totally based their entire like system off of speed, and so that was
Yeah.
one of the very first like video games I remember where it's like go go go, yeah, and it was so exciting because it was just so
Mhm.
fast, and so I'll always love Sonic for
Yeah,
sure.
and I mean, and then when you hit that ring and you were supersonic, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
flying through everything, just just flying through
Yes.
everything, and it was like you were excited and you're like, oh my god, supersonic, just taking off.
Yup. Yup. 100%. I feel you.
All right, so we showed some love to Sega, but here we go. So all-time favorite one, you say what? Nintendo 64.
Yes, Nintendo 64 is like, oh my god, I can't talk about it enough. Like, I remember the day that me and my brother got our Nintendo 64. We opened it. It was just like, I have a picture of it on my Instagram, where like the
Oh,
moment like we got to open it, like I would like frame it and put it in our house. But yeah, I don't even know where to begin with Nintendo 64. I remember obviously when you got it, it came with Mario 64.
mhm.
So that was the first game that we played on Nintendo 64. And Mario 64 is definitely one of my top 5 favorite games of all
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
That game, the replay value of that game is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of those games where you can just sit down and just play it like whenever, and it never gets boring. Like, it never gets boring for me anyways.
No,
But
that will never get boring. That Mario 64, and then people just started going crazy, doing horrible things to the penguin. I mean, just like,
yes.
like, no, that's
Yeah.
messed up, dude. That's messed up.
Oh my god.
That poor penguin is just in the game. It's like throwing him off, like.
Oh man, I saw a meme the other day where it was like someone got to the afterlife and they're like, "Oh, you can't enter the gates because we saw what you did to that baby penguin in Mario."
Yes.
Oh my god, so sad, tragic.
I just want to go back and see who discovered that. Who's the first person to say, you know what? Let me take the penguin. Let's see if I can throw him off.
It's so mean. Like some psychopath thought of that.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, you can grab this penguin. Let me see if I can throw him off.
That's terrible. Oh my god.
So obviously, yes, Mario 64.
Yeah.
What other games come to mind when you hear Nintendo 64?
Oh man, and then not only my all-time favorite console, but my all-time favorite game, like period. Like every single game out there, console, Ocarina of Time. Oh my god. Don't even get me started on that game. Like, I get emotional just
That
thinking
yes,
about it.
yes. Oh my goodness, Ocarina of Time.
Oh man.
God.
I was like such a good kid growing up, but I literally would fake being sick from school just to stay home and play that game. I was like, oh, cough, cough. I'm sick, Mom. Let me stay home. And then I would just play Ocarina of Time.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time. Oh my God. And Nintendo 64 brought us so many classics again. So many. So
I know.
many.
I
And
don't even know where to start.
like it's hard. It's hard to definitely but I remember just because 64 had the options. You already just can plug in 4 controllers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it was just like mayhem when we played GoldenEye.
Yes, yes.
don't watch my screen, you know, because it was split. It was split.
Yeah.
Everything
She
was
watched my
split.
screen.
Like, no, you cheated. You're looking at my screen.
I love it, man. I love it. GoldenEye.
Oh,
Wow. That's definitely my favorite first person shooter.
yes.
I'm not a fan of first person shooters, but that
That,
game I
like,
was
oh,
so good at. Like I swear to this day I can
yes.
beat anyone's ass at that game.
And I just remember all the cheat codes, the big heads, and then you used to walk around with the big heads, and then you had the golden
Yes.
gun, just push one shot, and you were done. And
Yes.
oh my God, I'm telling you.
I love it. You're bringing me back, man. I want
See,
to
see?
That's all I want to do is like have four people and just plug it in and do that like right now. That sounds like
Yes,
so
that,
much fun.
and it's crazy because we didn't have online, we didn't have nothing, but that
Yeah.
was our excitement of multiplayer.
Mhm.
It was multiplayer then because we were all there. We were all
Yup.
there, and one TV to four players. Oof,
Yeah.
my goodness! At the same time,
Right.
just
Mayhem.
trying to find each other to kill each other.
Yeah. Kids these days don't understand how
No, they
hard it
don't.
was.
They don't know how hard it is. And I remember just the whole game changer is when you had that rumble pack on the back of your controller.
Yes.
Come on. Oh,
Stop.
that's just classic. It's just classic at its best. And then that's why I told my son, I said, look, you know, you were born in this era, but
Mhm.
I'm telling you, like, I was born at the right era because I saw everything
Yes.
progressing to what we have now. I said,
Mhm.
oh my God, you have no idea. Like
No
the
idea.
struggles and just like how hard certain games were to beat and just like camera angles because now he's like all into Resident Evil 2. He's like,
Oh.
because I told him, I said, Resident Evil 2 is by far like the best one. Like if you go anywhere and ask any Resident Evil fan, they're gonna be like, 2 is where it's at. Like
Mhm.
for the majority of the part. And you know, that's the reason you see how they remade 2 right off the back.
Right.
So he's all into it. But I
Aw.
told him, if we're gonna pick up a PS1, then we're gonna play that same game on the PS1. Because
Yeah,
I told him
right.
those camera angles, oh my God, they were brutal. You couldn't
Oh,
see the corner, you couldn't see nothing when you were going,
nothing.
nothing. So
Exactly. Yeah, no, I played the original like the Resident Evil like 2, 3, and all that Code Veronica. I played them on ports to the Nintendo 64 back in the day.
uh-huh.
So I never got to play it on PlayStation, but I did play the originals on Nintendo 64 and those
Oh yeah.
camera angles are so bad.
Yes. Oh my God, they were
They don't
terrible. Looking at them now, I'm
yeah.
like, I don't know how we did it. We
No.
survived. We survived the gaming, but
We got through
like
somehow.
but that's how locked in we were to the story, to the characters, that it didn't matter what we had to deal with, but we
Mhm.
just enjoyed it. Even then, like right now, we could say, oh, it was terrible, but then while we were gaming, it was the best thing
It was
ever.
so good. Yep. I
So,
totally agree.
right. So,
Yeah.
and you know, there was a whole lot of racing games on the Nintendo 64. Just
Yeah.
like Diddy
Yeah.
Kong Racing was one of my favorite ones.
Yes.
Diddy
I
Kong
love
Racing
it.
was good. Like,
It was so good. I watch people stream Diddy Kong Racing. It's so funny because there are some Twitch streamers, and I'm shocked that they do stream Diddy Kong Racing because I feel like nobody else I know has played it, which is funny. I'm so glad that you love it too.
oh yeah.
Because it was originally supposed to be a game, didn't have nothing to do with Diddy Kong. It was a game centered around what's his face, the little squirrel guy. I can't remember his name, but
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
yeah,
I know you're
yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
But they threw Diddy Kong in just to make it so like people would buy it, and it worked because we bought it. So
it worked.
um,
It was a
yeah,
success.
exactly. But that game was so much fun, and you're right. They had like a ton of games. I remember they had was it FX Zero?
Yep.
And of course you can't forget Mario Kart 64. Oh my
Mario Kart
God.
64, Star
Ne-
Fox.
Yeah, Star Fox. Yes. Oh my God. You bring me back. I can't
Yes, I'm
even.
telling you. Oh my goodness.
Can't. I
I'm
can't.
telling you.
There's way too many. I think Nintendo 64 was like the renaissance of the video game era because I feel like that's when like things just like opened up. And it's hard for me to speak about like what was going on with like Sony and like PlayStation at that time because in my house like we never had anything but Nintendo systems. I mean Sega was like the exception, but for some reason like we only had Nintendo systems. So I don't know what was happening back then. I know Laura Croft was a thing, like,
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was.
but like, man, we dug into the Nintendo catalog like hardcore.
Yeah.
Like that was our jam. So yeah, Nintendo 64 was just like the really like the mind opener for us for
Yes, it
sure.
was. It
Yeah.
was. So, oh my God,
Yeah.
Nintendo 64,
Mm.
just iconic all around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just it's like I can only imagine the pressure it is for like any major company, Sony, Xbox, all that,
Mm-hmm.
produce a console that's gonna be like somewhat better than your last one. Because imagine the task of that. Like, okay, so now we got our outdo ourselves off the Nintendo. Then they got
Yeah.
Super Nintendo, and then
Mm-hmm.
Super Nintendo 64. It's like, oh my God, just like in any one of those, they all got classic games, like legendary games, and all of them. So it's
Yes.
like, oh my goodness, I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad I don't have that task. We just play the game and stuff like that. But
Right.
ideas, that's big ups to everybody out there who creates games, creates
Exactly.
stories. Because my goodness, we get to talk about it like we are right now. Because
Exactly.
if the games weren't any good, we wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't be sharing just experiences off these classic games. This gives us the
Exactly.
memories. So, oh yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. Video games, I think, play a very, very integral role in society as far as like arts go. I feel like people don't treat them like art when
oh
they
yeah,
are. Like it takes a whole production to make a video game, like you just said, like to come out with new innovative things, and like to the people who do the art, to the people who do the animation, the
yes.
people who do the music. Like it takes a lot of manpower
Mhm.
and creativity and ingenuity to do these things. And I feel like society as a whole doesn't appreciate it. They go like, oh, like Fortnite, bang bang, shoot 'em games, like that. That's
Nah.
all they know. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's it
it
exactly,
makes me upset. So, and I'm not
exactly.
talking trash about Fortnite. I'm just saying that's like just like what society thinks video games are. You know what I mean? So on a surface level,
Oh
but
yeah,
as you
everything
watch,
became
yeah,
a battle royale. Everything
mm-hmm.
became that. So, I mean, it's a good thing. But what I'm trying to say is that there is a whole world of just better things, stories.
Exactly,
Oh, hmm.
exactly.
Oh yeah. So,
Yep,
oh,
100% agree.
all right. So we go from the 64. Where do we jump to next? Where was that at?
Oh man, I feel like I also lied because before the Nintendo 64, we got the Game Boy Pockets,
I
and
mean, Game Boy. Come on, that's it's
like
like Nintendo makes sure that you were going to be gaming whether you were at home or on the go.
yes, yes, and I only had to backtrack to mention that because my one of my other favorite games of all time, Pokemon Red, came
Okay,
out
you
on
were
Game
red.
Boy.
Okay, I was blue, but
You're blue.
all good.
We have to fight now.
I needed Pokemon you had, and you needed Pokemon I had, because they did that so smart. Like, okay, we're gonna create
Yeah.
the same game, just we're gonna throw Pokemon on that side that I can't get, and they were so smart because the only way we were ready to do that, physically link up. Okay, let's link
Yup.
up, let's trade. That was the best though.
Yup. 100%. Yep. My brother had to have the blue and I had to have the red. And I
See,
remember that's like all I wanted for like Christmas, man. And then like it was sold out everywhere. Like people were
yes,
Pokemon crazy that year that came out. And we finally got it. And I remember it. And I say this again to like kids these days don't know how hard it was to like trade Pokemon. Like, cause you had to like physically find people with that Pokemon you
yes,
wanted, hook
uh-huh.
it up physically with a link and trade and fight. And
The
it's like,
fight, it was,
you know,
my
yeah,
God.
you don't have to do that these days. But I miss
I do
the
miss that aspect of like
yeah.
just like even like, and that's how you grew friendships with people. I'm like, oh, you
Mm-hmm.
play that, play, I'll play this too. Okay, man, we should play. And because I remember in high school, it was funny because I was a jock, but I was nerdy. I was a nerdy jock
Yeah.
because then you didn't see people coming out like, oh yeah, I like video games, I like comic books. It wasn't like put out there like it is now. So I
Right.
remember like Fridays, I had on my jersey, but I wasn't with the team. I was in the computer lab battling Pokemon.
I love it.
Me, I didn't care. I was just like, man, they're my friends, and we're playing Pokemon. I'm here battling Pokemon. I need some of his Pokemon, so we're trading too. So it was just the best thing because like, man,
Aw.
you just had to meet up, and oh, you got the link? Okay, let's link up. Let's go to the Poke Center. Okay, let's
Yeah.
go. And it was funny because like throughout the day, when you knew you were gonna battle, you had your layout ready. I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
got my strongest one, and if he goes there, I'm gonna hit him with the ghost. But if he goes ghost, I'm gonna go.
Yes.
It was,
Oh my God.
it was.
You're bringing me back, man. Like I
See, that's what
forgot
I'm
about some of
saying.
this stuff. Yeah, yeah. You're like your sticks ready to go, and I remember there
Yes.
was like a cheat to get I think it was multiple Mewtwo's.
You
My
and
brother, he had 6 Mewtwo's, and so we would always fight. I'm like, I don't want to fight you. You have 6 of them. Like, come on, man. Like. But yeah, that oh man, that was such a fun time in my life. When I think back on like my childhood, I think back on Pokemon because it wasn't just the Game Boy. It was the cards, the
cards,
cartoon, the toys,
the
like.
cartoon.
And you're right. You had to. It kind of like forced you to get out of your shell a little bit and go find other people to talk to. And I was such like a nerdy kid when I was in like middle school, elementary school. So when it came out, it like forced me to have to like go talk to people and stuff like that. So I attribute a lot of my childhood memories to Pokemon for sure.
Oh yeah, impactful. And then when you heard that theme song, you were just excited.
My heart, my heart. I can't take it.
So yeah, and then, you know, Game Boy again. It, you know, Game Boy Pokemon blew up through the Game Boy, not through a main console. It was through Game Boy and handheld. It was just
right.
That's what I'm saying. They, oh my God, it's just the ideas, and then just they get it right. And my goodness, I don't think they would have known that Pokemon would have been what it is now, because till today, like especially now with the cards and stuff like that. But if they were to come out again with the red and blue, oh God, that's
I know.
First gen, that's my heart right there. It's first gen. It is. Like some of these new Pokemon, I just like, oh, okay, but okay, that's cute, you know, but no, like first gen, give me first gen all day.
All day, man. Like,
All
give
day.
me the original 151. Like, I don't care. Like, I know a little bit of the other, you know, generations. I didn't really play like gold, silver, or whatever they had.
Nah, yeah, me neither.
I went up to like Pokemon Yellow, and then that was it for the Game Boy. But then I played like Pokemon Stadium, you know, on Nintendo 64. That was fun as hell. Like Pokemon Snap was fun. I remember like playing Pokemon Snap, and then you could go to you could like somehow transfer your Pokemon Snap pictures to your Game Boy or something, and then take it to Blockbuster. And then like there was these machines you could hook it up to and print out, and like it was so cool. Like it was just a cool time.
Oh my God. You know, the things we were doing just to be like, oh yeah, I can get this on paper. You know, I can.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, Pokemon I still love. I play Pokemon Go, not as much as I used to do when it came out a couple years ago, but it's still a fun game. Like I love Pokemon. It's just cute. It's cute. It's fun. Go. It relieves stress. So
it does. It does. So definitely one of those iconic games again. Iconic games. Nintendo, Game Boy. So oh my goodness. Okay, so you had a Game Boy, 64. What was next after that? What was next for you?
There's gotta be GameCube, man. Like it,
right?
You just keep on going down Nintendo line.
Like, there's no way you know, GameCube.
GameCube changed my life because that was the first time I've ever played Resident Evil, which is my like favorite series of all time. We played the remake of Resident Evil 1 that came out on GameCube, like right when it came out. Oh, I had never played like a scary game before that, so. And I was already like into horror, even though I was like a young teenager. I wasn't like very old yet, but I was pretty into horror, rated PG-13 things anyway. And yeah, and like I remember getting Resident Evil 1. And then there's some other Zelda games on there that it's escaping my brain. I can't remember. No, Majora's Mask came out in Nintendo 64. And then I can't remember what the next Zelda one was. I'm a bad Zelda fan right now.
That's for the GameCube.
Yeah. Was it like Twilight Princess, or did that come out on Wii? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I need to be smacked in the face.
Gotta pull up the Google.
Yeah. Fire up the Google.
Fire up the Google, but nonetheless, GameCube again. I remember when I first saw the GameCube. the control with me was like, okay, this is gonna be different. The control looks like it wasn't your typical control like layout or
Right.
anything like that. So
It
it was,
was weird.
yeah, it was. So, so I was like, okay, I can adapt. I can adapt. So we went from there. But GameCube, and then it was funny, like the little, like it's just like a little,
They were
yeah, the
tiny.
little just it was it
Yeah.
was crazy.
And I remember what it was. It was Wind Waker, Zelda Wind Waker. That game was fun as hell, and I don't know why people hated on it so bad. I remember when it first came out, like people were so mad about the style of graphics, and I'm like, it's cute, and they didn't like the fact, like I know a lot of people didn't like the whole having to sail your ship across to different places and have it take like real time to get there. I thought that was a really cool aspect of the game. And I replayed it recently and I was like, this is such a fun game. Like, I don't know why people hated on it so bad when it came out. Like,
Oh yeah,
jeez.
that game gets hate.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, I'm going back to what people have been saying. Yeah, that game gets definitely hate.
Yeah. And I don't understand. It was really cute.
I think sometimes you got to if you dislike a game, and I think you replay it again, you probably get a different outcome. Because
Mm-hmm.
I've had that happen. Like, I'm not gonna play that game again. Then I play it again, and like, okay, you know what? It's not too bad. It's not bad.
Right.
So definitely,
Right.
everybody, give that game another chance. Just
Yeah.
it's a good game. It's a good game.
Please play Wind Waker if you're out there.
Yeah, adapt. Adapt to to those features. It's and I guess that's why they didn't do that again in the real time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Probably got hate mail, fan letters, and it's like, well, I don't do this, and
Yeah, terrible. It was terrible. I remember. But yeah, that game was so good. And then Resident Evil 1 remake, oh, it was my jam. And then, oh my God.
yeah.
And then they came out with my favorite Resident Evil. And I know this is like very polarizing whenever I talk about it because people are always either like, oh, hell yeah, I agree with you, or oh, you are so wrong. Is Resident Evil 4. I love
I
that
knew you were
game.
going there. I knew you were going there. I was just like, okay.
I love it so bad. I'm sorry.
No, but look, honestly, I am a Resident Evil fan, in and out. So of course, I've played the not so good Resident Evils. I've played them, and
Hmm.
four, look, it didn't, to me, it didn't start getting bad till when we hit like five, and it was just like, I was like, oh God, this
What?
isn't Resident Evil. This isn't like, I don't know what they were trying to do. I don't know what was the vision at that time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but nonetheless, I got through it. I played it, and I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm probably not gonna play that ever again. But I
Oh
said, I'm
no.
still a fan. I'm still a fan of Resident Evil, but I don't think I'm gonna play that again.
Yeah, no. I feel you. I recently just got done with Resident Evil 6 because I picked it up a couple years ago and I was like, oh, I hate this fucking game. Like I don't want to play this shit no more. And so, but then I was like, I need to be like all the Resident Evils in the series. I want to beat all of them. So I recently streamed Resident Evil 6 and it was horrible. I'm like, I don't know what they were going for. I kind of looked it up and they were like trying to go for a more like action type game instead of horror, and I'm like,
Yeah,
but you had
no.
such a good like thing going, Resident Evil. Why you change it? Like, come on.
Yes. And I feel when they were doing that whole, remember how they're doing with the blaster, like you were
Yeah.
that, I think they got it off. Remember, I don't know if you ever played House of the Dead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It reminded me of that right away. I said, oh, they kind of bit off House of the Dead here. I don't,
Uh-huh.
it didn't fit though. Like, nah, this isn't Resident Evil. I said, this, no, like,
Right.
what are they
Agreed.
doing? What are they doing?
Agreed. Yeah, no. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 was definitely changing direction. I know that like it definitely polarizes people, like either they either love it or they hate it, but I love it. Like it, I don't know what it was about it, but I've played it so many times. I've beaten it so many times now. Where it's just like second nature to play it for me. But it's just like the story is so good, and they've got such a variety of like levels and different places you can go to. And I am very excited for the remake that they're supposedly making. Like I hope they don't mess it up, but I'm definitely gonna play it when they come out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely. Like I said, I've been a fan. Like I said, four, I was still on board. I'm like, okay, four was
Hmm.
a little different, but it was still cool. And then five, and I was just like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then to recently, like, when Biohazard, I was like, oh yeah, okay,
Right.
then y'all came back to
Yeah.
what it needs to be. And
Exactly.
the first person was a whole game changer for me. I was like,
Oh
I played
man.
it on VR, and I was like, dude, I'm not playing
Oh.
that. No, I was scared. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my god. I just yeah, I recently I beat it at Resident Evil 7 recently, but I was thinking if I had to play this in VR, there's no way.
No
No
way,
freaking
no. Oof.
way. You're so much braver than
No,
me. I couldn't.
I walked in. I remember I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna wait till it's night. I'm gonna play this. Okay, all right. I have my chest up and everything. I was like, no, get away. I
Please
went
go
into
away.
another game. I said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna save it right now. I'm gonna play another game.
That's so funny, dude.
Oh
That's so
no.
funny. I couldn't ever.
It's crazy what a video game will do. I mean, it's
Yeah.
to me because it was more like, okay, this is people, it's not zombies and stuff like that. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
it was a whole changer for me. I was like, damn, okay.
Right. You're like, this could really happen.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
was
not.
like, okay,
Yeah.
you know what? Let me throw on a happy game and then switch up the mood. Let me turn the lights
Exactly.
on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I played that game and I was so shocked at how scary it was.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how scary it was. Like I went in
Oh
there
yeah.
expecting like this is gonna be weird. Like I honestly had like this weird preconceived notions that it was gonna suck because it was like different and
Yeah.
it was like Texas Chainsaw Massacre-ish. And
Hmm.
but then when I played it, I was like, this game is really really good and B really scary. So I'm a fan now and I'm so excited for Resident Evil 8. Like I'm so stoked for it to come out. I'm dying. I'm waiting for it
Oh
like
yeah.
patiently.
There you go. So it's all right. So GameCube, we're done. What else? What was that next transition for you?
I got a Wii, and to be honest with you, I don't remember playing it that much. I remember playing a lot of online Tetris because like I'm obsessed with Tetris. Like my grandmother, out of all people, got me into Tetris because when I was like really young, she had what the original like Game Boy, the little fat ones that had like no
Oh,
color, and she would
batteries. Yeah, like eight
yeah.
pack in the back. Just
Yes. It was so good. And every time we'd go over to her house, I'd play the shit out of it. And it's so funny. She played Tetris so much. Like, even at her funeral, they were like, no one played more Tetris than her. I'm like,
oh,
dang. Like, when
oh,
I die, like, I hope someone says that about me. I'm like, I
that.
hope they talk
You know
about
what?
Tetris at my
G
funeral.
Mom was a gamer. For that to
Yeah.
be at your, where you about to just
Yes.
transition to the other life, and they say that that is a gamer. G Mom,
Yes.
bless you for that.
Yes.
That is nice. That is dope. That is
It's great.
yes, yes. That like I'm honestly. That's I'm like I never heard that, but my goodness, that
Yeah.
is so badass. Badass.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't, to be honest with you, I don't remember playing a lot of that Wii. Like, I don't remember playing, I played the Zelda game and I can't remember if it was Skyward Sword. I feel like it was Skyward Sword that came out on the Wii,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember I didn't get a Wii U after that. I just had the Wii and I played a lot of Tetris Online and then I played Zelda and I don't remember the name of that game, if it was Twilight Princess or if it was Skyward Sword because my brain is foggy.
It's all good.
But yeah, I got the Wii, and then right around that time is when I got together with my husband, and he didn't have any Nintendo systems. He only had like Xbox, PlayStation, etc. So it was around that time where I got introduced to like a whole new world of like different games, you know what I
Different
mean? Like
games.
it was like eye opener for me to be playing everything different. Like I finally got to play like Silent Hill because I had never
Ooh.
played it growing up because we only had Nintendo and they didn't have Silent Hill on
Oh yeah, Silent
Nintendo.
Hill.
So I got to play that and I got to play like a whole bunch of other things that I never got to play growing up. So that was pretty cool.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And it's crazy because certain gamers think like, okay, I'm all Nintendo, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's, once you are open up to that other world and you're like, oh my god, this is good. Like
Yeah.
I missed out on it, but I'm glad I'm back. I'm on this right now. It's just oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like Silent Hill. Again, that's another game that is so like amazingly scary. It's a
Yeah.
trippy game. It's a trippy game.
Yes.
So I'm excited to see because I did hear they're gonna bring that one Silent Hill game that we didn't get that we only.
Oh,
I remember. I don't know if you saw that. Just that one little preview that they just preview all the time.
Was it PT?
I think it was. I think it was.
Oh my god.
So
I'll die if they actually release
I
that.
yes, I'm just like crossing my fingers. Okay, we need that. We need that. Okay, so nice. You jumped off and got introduced to Silent Hill and all that. Okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice. Okay, so you skipped the Wii U, skipped it.
Yeah. I never got the Wii U for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember why, what my reasoning was for. I was probably like
And I think
busy
that was
being an
the
adult.
best thing though, because again, not too many. A lot of people did not like the Wii U. It was just
Yeah, that's what I heard.
did not appreciate the Wii U. And I was like, I thought the Wii U was pretty good, man. And you like
Yeah.
you play it and then plug it and you play it on your TV. It was good.
Right.
So
Yeah, no. I might have to revisit it because I feel like I've had like almost every single Nintendo console except for that one.
the
So,
Wii U.
yeah. Maybe I have to go back and revisit it. But I skipped right from that to the Nintendo Switch, and I love the Switch.
Oh
I
my
am
God.
obsessed with my Switch. I never want to leave the house without it because it comes with Breath of the Wild, which is like one of the greatest games like
Oh
ever made. I
my
feel
God.
like
That
it's
is
amazing. It's amazing.
it's amazing,
Mm.
but I am like that game's kicked my ass so many times because I'm like
Dude.
I gotta do there's so much to do in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love Zelda. And I'm like, you know what? I went one weekend. I went just bananas on it. I went too hard. Where it's like, I need a break, bro. We
You
need
do
space.
stop.
We need space. Get away from me right now. I was like determined. I'm gonna get through this. And I was like, I haven't even scratched the surface yet.
I know. Like I haven't beaten I've only beaten one of the four
Oh,
gigantic beasts or whatever they are, the great
yes.
beasts.
Oh my
And
God.
I've put in like 100 hours probably on that game.
Yes. I was like,
And I'm
oh,
like, when does it end? Like I can't. Like I can't.
that's where I'm at with this game. I'm like,
Hmm.
we need a long break.
Yeah.
I remember coming to that Monday. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pick that up for a while. I said,
Uh huh.
it got the
I
best of me. No.
Yeah, no. Some of those like temples, those little temple challenges are so freaking hard.
Oh my
Like
God.
I want to rage quit, like throw my Switch across the room almost. I'm like, I can't do this right now. No.
You figure one thing out, and then like, okay, I'm stuck here. Okay, let me figure this out. And
Hmm.
that alone, you could burn close to an hour trying to figure something out because you're like,
Yeah,
okay, and you don't realize the time is just going. And you're just like you're trying to
it's
figure
just
something out, and you're
gone
like, oh damn, I've been on this thing for like 40 minutes trying to
for
figure out
everything.
one thing.
Hmm.
So I was like, ugh. Nonetheless,
Exactly.
though, it is a good game by
Hmm.
far, but I'm like, just If if you're not ready, brace yourself. Go in there with patience. Go in there just a step at a time. Do not do what I did and try to hammer it through, trying to be a superhero because it will
Uh-huh.
not work on Breath of the
No.
Wild. It won't work. It won't work.
No way, man. No way. Yeah, I'm the same. I try to just like go in there. I'm like, I'm gonna get all the temples. I'm gonna get
Yes.
all the. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
no. What are you thinking? Like, it is,
I'm
no.
like, as soon as I picked it up, I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this. I know I'm gonna do it because I am, and no.
It's one of those games where I've had to literally like look at the walkthroughs on some of these places, or else I
Yep.
would have never figured it out. Like
Yep.
I'm like
Same.
I'm
Yeah.
not smart enough for this game. Like I'm not.
But it's like, back then when we didn't have YouTube and stuff like that, you had the strategy
Hmm.
guide. It's like the big thick book. I missed so
Yeah.
much because
Hmm.
they'll break down everything like, oh, okay, I gotta go through here and get to, okay, like, oh,
Yes.
the strategy guides.
Oh man,
Oh
I
my
remember when
God.
I was a kid, like yeah, like you said, we didn't have YouTube, we didn't have the internet, like to tell
Oh,
us anything. And I remember me and my brother would have to go to places like Walmart, and then go to the game section where they had the thick like guides, and we would
yeah.
buy them, and they'd have like full color pages. They were beautiful, and I wish I would have saved some
Yes.
of them, but that's the only way you could get through some of these things. And kids these days will never understand that pain. They will
Oh,
never know
no.
that pain.
Never know that pain of just
Mm-mm.
like because you were screwed if like you didn't have a strategy guide. You were just like it was either through word of mouth, like, oh
Uh
yeah,
huh.
I know how to do that. You got to do this, you got to do that. And then you go back home and you do it. And you're like, oh, yay, it worked. Like,
Yeah.
that was the best thing, though, when you got tips from other people. Like, even at school, my friends were like, I'm stuck here. Like, oh, no, I know how to do it. You got to do this, you got to do that. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it when I get home. And then you go, first thing
Yes.
you will do, bam, you go put it on, power it on, and go do it. You're like,
Yup.
yeah,
Exactly.
hard.
Exactly. Or you'd have to like write in. I remember there was some times where we'd have to write into Nintendo Power. They would have like those help things. You write in and they'd write you back like a week later about with a tip or whatever.
Yes.
So funny. So
That,
funny.
or you would literally call. You would
Yes.
call.
Yes.
Like, hey, I'm stuck here. And I saw the documentary where it's like they showed like the people that were working for Nintendo on like the books they had. They just had books on all the games, and they had to study all the games. They had to get through all the games, because otherwise when people call in for certain games, they're like, okay, hey, that's your game, pick it up. And then they just pick up the book. Okay, where you at? And then you just hear the pages scrolling. Like, oh, you're here. Okay, well, you have to do this. And it's like, you had to call in. Like, it's
right. Yeah, I remember seeing that too, thinking that would like be the sweetest game ever, or the sweetest job ever. I remember one of the people on the documentary just like literally walked up to Nintendo office and got a job as I think, what do they call them? Game masters, I think.
Game masters.
Yeah. But I was like, that'd be like the sickest job ever. But then he kept saying they made us like memorize every single game.
Yes.
You had to like memorize the game. And I'm like, ooh, maybe not. I couldn't do that
not,
job. Yeah, maybe not.
I looked at that. I'm like, oh no, man.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, I'm like, to know and try to answer everything that someone's gonna give you. You would have to know everything from A to Z. Like,
yeah.
That'd be stressful.
Exactly. So much stress, man. Like, I don't even know how those people did it.
So, but definitely the Switch, Breath of the Wild, is just one of those games that's going to challenge you, everybody. It is going to challenge you from every aspect, from you being a gamer. Believe me, this game will give you that. The puzzle aspect, puzzles, figuring out stuff, exploring, because it is a big world. It is like, dude.
It's ginormous.
It is ginormous. So
yeah,
you get that all in one game, and it's Zelda, so it's like, come on.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
It's relaxing too. There's a Twitch channel that I follow that has it's just a 24-hour live stream of like different places in the game where it's just the music and the ambiance of the game, and I'm just like, oh, this is really relaxing. So it can be relaxing too, even though it can be a pain in the ass sometimes.
Oh, yeah. The struggles of like, my thing was like, where I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, if I can literally drown, I don't have enough. I was like, oh, what? I was like, oh, come on.
I was like, this wasn't an issue in other games.
No, like, take one heart away. Take one, but don't take them all.
Don't take them all.
Don't take them all.
Yeah.
Or the climb. Or you better have enough juice to get up wherever you're climbing.
Yup, exactly. They made it difficult. Like I said, I put in like so many hours, and I was on bed rest like 2 years ago for like 3 weeks. I was ordered for bed rest, and so I played that game literally from like the time I'd wake up until the time the battery's drained, put it back in, let charge back up, and then play it again. And still, after 3 straight weeks, literally 3 straight weeks, still like not even any barely progress. It's massive.
They're like, okay, well, welcome to the game. Here's where we start.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. So I got a little segment I like to throw in. I call it 2v2.
Okay.
You pick 2 to protect, and 2 are gonna attack. I'm trying to get to you. So
okay.
So I think I know the reason why I asked you to pick 4 people, 4 characters. Oh, because this is what it is. So you need to pick 2, and so we got Leon Kennedy, Team Rocket, but you could only pick 1. They don't come as a pack.
Oh.
You could only pick 1.
This is terrible. Okay.
Link.
Okay.
And the big old I was like, oh my God, I never heard that before, but I'm
sorry.
with it. I said, you know what? Only gamers will understand, and make it understand to them. Right away, I was like, I never heard that before in my life, but I understand it.
I was talking to my husband. He's like, he asked me to pick four. I was like, who do I pick? I was like, oh, it's got to be the long block from Tetris because it's like you always wait for it to come. Like it saves the day. It's iconic. It's iconic. So yeah.
That's why I was like, you know what? If I wasn't a gamer, I would be looking at you crazy. Since I'm a gamer, I know what you're talking about. It made sense
good.
to me. It just did. It made
Okay, good.
So, who are your two that are gonna protect you? And now keep in mind, the other two you don't pick, they're gonna come after you. So,
okay.
pick wisely.
Okay, so definitely Leon Kennedy is protecting me because he's got guns,
right?
Boom, boom. And Link, he's gonna protect me because he's Link. Like that's his job. He's a hero of time.
That's a good squad right there. Leon, you went through the zombie apocalypse and you came out of it
with glorious hair intact.
You came out of it, on your first day, got thrown right into the zombie on the job.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a good pick. And Link, come on, all right, I can see why. So looks like either Jesse or James is coming after you, and that big old block. So
big old block.
You're good. I'm pretty sure Link can just flash that block, and it's.
I don't know. It might smash me. I don't know.
Oh man, that is the best thing ever.
That's the worst. That's probably the worst character pick you've ever had. I'm sure.
I wouldn't say worst, but I would say damn near interesting. Just like.
I was like, I don't know who to pick. I wanted to pick my own like personal World of Warcraft character that I've had for 10 years. But like she doesn't really count. Like she's not like a real video game character. I don't know.
Okay.
If I had picked her, then I'd be screwed, but
you were like, oh no. All right. So if you could implement any gaming features to real life, what would it be?
Oh boy,
there's a lot of good ones.
Good
ones. So I'm just curious to see what you
definitely pick. Save button. How about reset button? If life came with the reset button, oh my goodness, things would be a lot different now, man. I think if I'd implement anything, it would be that reset button and that save button. If I want to save a moment in time, I mean, you got pictures and stuff, but you can't like save real life.
Time, you can't save it.
Exactly. There you go.
Nice. Yeah. You know what? Yes. If you can hit that, if you can hit save, or you know what? I'm not liking the way things are going. You can start over.
Boop.
If you start over.
Yup. 100%.
But there you go. Exactly. That is a definitely. That's a good choice right there. That is definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely a good choice. Good team you got protecting you. And yes. So before we get on out, anything you want to plug in and a spot you will recommend to eat, your favorite spot in Sacramento.
Oh my God, this is like so obscure and like probably no one will ever go there. But I have to give a big shout out to this restaurant, Noble Vegetarian. They make all vegan meals, but it tastes real. Like it tastes like real. They do like Mongolian barbecue, but vegan. But you can't tell it's like fake meat. Like it's so good. I'm like, oh, and they it's delicious. So even if you're not a vegan, you're not a vegetarian, if you live in Sacramento or you're in Northern California, go to Noble Vegetarian because they are amazing. The staff is amazing. The food is delicious. I take all of my meat eating friends there and they don't really know the difference. Like they love it. It's become some of their favorites. So shout out to Noble Veg. I love you guys.
Oh, there you go. So
give me free food, please. Endorse me.
I'm going to take your word on that because next time I go visit my dad, I'm going to stop by. I'm like, okay.
Please do.
I'm gonna be like, highly recommended. So
you're like, Clevergirl said so.
So, where can people find you?
Where can they find me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on, first my Twitch is twitch.tv/Clevergirl237. And then my other gaming handles are on Twitter's the same thing, Clevergirl 237, and then my Instagram is Clevergirl237 Twitch. So I've got all of those, and I've got my YouTube, which is Clevergirl237. And then what I think I'm going to start doing is I'd like to plug my YouTube because I'm going to start playing games offline and just upload them up there, the ones I don't really want to stream. So if you guys want to go look at like exclusive games that I'm not going to stream live, definitely go to YouTube /Clevergirl237. You'll find me there.
There you go, everybody. Go check her out. Some love, follow her, sub, do all that wonderful things. She's a gamer. She's like awesome. As you can see, everybody who's gonna listen to this, she's an authentic gamer because she knows her things. And that's the reason, again, I reached out because, I appreciate a gamer that knows, that's gone through the retro stuff and new stuff, and but you know what they're talking about. And as you can see, it's not like you were faking it because damn, that's just like, but no, there's no way you could fake that knowledge. It's just
no
way. So everybody go check her out. Definitely show some love and my God, just check the streams out. Like I said, what caught my eye was that Mario RPG. And right off the back, I said, "Oh yeah, she's a gamer. She's playing that. She's a gamer." So everybody, go check her out, follow her, do all that wonderful stuff. And nothing but love, peace, and positivity. And game on, gamers. And we are out on that note. Peace, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.